next, it's a UFC heavyweight division collision. Well, DC, this is a true mixed martial artist of the highest order. You've watched the film. Hard for me to see much in terms of glaring weaknesses, and he believes he can react to anything that is thrown his way inside that octagon.
It's unbelievable because whenever you're trying to prepare for someone, you look for weaknesses. But when you watch this guy, nothing jumps off the page. When you think I have to go wrestle him, you realize very quickly that not only can he defend takedowns, he can also go and secure them himself. He's that new breed of fighter that has been doing every discipline from the very start of his career. You know you're looking at a guy that will contend for a championship.
And if our fighter meeting on Thursday is any indication, confidence, not an issue for this young man coming in here tonight. All right, so here he is, the Nigerian Nightmare, and you can also now call him the UFC welterweight champion. He had to go 10-0 in the UFC to finally realize that UFC belt, beat Tyron Woodley, and establish himself as the standard at 170 pounds.
And he never lost track of what was out in front of him. Even though he had to win 10 fights, Kamaru Usman understood that he would do whatever it took to become UFC champion. And when he got that opportunity, it was the wrestling, the cardio, and the ability to follow the game plan set out in front of him by Henry Hooft and Greg Jones that allowed him to blank Tyron Woodley on the scorecards and win that welterweight championship. Unbelievable performance by Usman.
Truly one of the hardest workers in the game, and if you watch that Woodley fight, you get the sense that it is going to take a Herculean effort for somebody to dethrone the new hunted at 170 pounds, Kamaru Usman. Our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. More than 5 years apart, and they both possess a similar height and reach. All right, now to get us started, here is
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 62 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, Khamzat Chimaev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Lavigne.
The veteran Yves Lavigne draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, you have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. Going to be interesting to see how long he can keep it up with.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon. Notice the drive. Look at how...
That's a perfect scramble right there. Beautiful transition. Oh, a little single collar tie there. Muay Thai club. A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight.
And with authority, goes to the judo throw right into side control.
He's inside control. He's got a ton of options.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move. And when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes.
Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, he creates this space to land these beautiful ground and pound counters.
working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Usman. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round one. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Volume strikes continue to rain down. His opponent pretty helpless there on the ground.
His opponent is helpless. He's been hurt, he's been battered, he's been beat, and now this guy's trying to... He's gonna start looking to try to attack a rear naked choke, and that's exactly what he's doing. He is doing a really good job of relaxing. Not panicking because he's getting choked.
Oh, and there's the tap, so he submits him with the armbar. How about that?
Great job, great performance.
So there's the horn. That means it's the end of the round. And get that man a singlet, man, right? Offensive wrestling on point tonight.
That was a tutorial. That was every single takedown you could secure in a fight. He did it all the right way. He's beating his opponent to the finish before he can try to sprawl and respond. He's a step behind. If he's going to stop these takedowns going forward, he needs to react a little quicker.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 49 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, Khamzat Chimaev!
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was very...
Our round one is underway between one of the more well-rounded fighters in this division against maybe the best grappler in this division. Going to be interesting to see how it plays outside.
Yeah, you would think that he would just avoid grappling at all costs because he seems to have a clear advantage on the feet.
All right, so now here on the ground, now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you've got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
He might get a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. Side control now, and certainly I would think more offensive options for the bottom fighter than in half guard.
Absolutely more offensive options because now you can just start to get away. You can just go to a wrestle stand-up. Get to your knees, post your hands, don't allow him to get his hooks in, right? Really be aware of the hook. But get to your hands, stand up, fight the hands, break away and escape. But it's so much more free-flowing than a half guard in the side control. Because all you need to do is just get the opponent's body up because his legs are just free to move. His legs are not controlling anything. His legs are just free, so you have more freedom to use yours.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Usman. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Usman's looking to pass here, denied by the opponent. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's the best finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
Well, you got to be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
Oh, that'll work. The ground and pound strike is good.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
Oh, nice headlock. Oh, he's got a choke.
Oh, we're getting a finish here.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
And that will do it.
He's done, he's done.
Right, I mean, how do you not admire the focus of this young fighter? You could tell he was looking for that submission much earlier in the round, but he didn't want to rush it. He stayed patient, let the setup do its thing, and ultimately the submission materializes organically late in the round. High-level stuff out of that young fighter here tonight. All right, so a wild round and a wild sequence there on the ground, DC. Talk us through the highlight.
He's such a phenomenal grappler. I don't understand how people don't know that this guy wants to submit you. He is the best grappler, best submission specialist we've seen in a long time.
So there he is, your winner by submission. That could hold up as one of the better subs of the year. Near perfect execution tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 33 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out, Khamzat Chimaev!
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.